Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to this episode of Astros Baseball. On this episode, we're going to talk about the Astros and the Cardinals series, which I was pretty excited about. And by we, I mean myself and Stadium Steffi. What's up, friend?
Hi, friends.
Oh,
And
I
hello,
stole your
other
line.
friend.
I stole your line. I say buddy and you
I
say friend.
know. I always say friend.
I have it in my
Dang.
head when you're
Switching it
like,
up today. I kind of love it,
hey,
though.
friends.
I love it.
Yeah,
I'm
right?
here for
Why
it.
not? So, the Astros lose. And
Well,
if you're tuning in to get a
first
sticker
of all,
today,
Rob, how
folks,
was your day?
oh my God, it hasn't ended yet.
I mean, valid, but still,
Yeah, we're gonna do the
how has the
podcast.
week been? How has the week been? Put it that way.
My life is awesome.
I love
Put it
that.
that way. But yeah, I mean, I don't get upset over losses. I don't get upset over very much things anymore. Very much things. Very much stuff. I don't
Very
get that
much
upset about
stuff.
stuff anymore. But I just got home. I got home. I thought I could get home at 5, but you know what?
What?
I wish I could just I can actually. I can put in for working night shift only, but I'll never be home at night.
That's not
But I mean,
fun.
when I work night shift, 20 minutes to get home. When I'm on day
So
shift,
nice.
50 minutes to an hour. Just sitting in traffic, I just want to like scream.
The only traffic jams I have with my job since I work remote is if Jackson decides to try and run between my legs from my bedroom to my office. So
I'm so jealous
I
of
know
people
I
that
no longer
remote.
understand those struggles, but let me tell you, I did understand them for a long time when I was working in sports because I worked downtown.
Yeah.
That was good times. Good times.
The thing about it is like my area was pretty good to get in and out of work, and it's
Uh-huh.
just it's exploding. They're putting houses and
Oh
apartments,
wow.
any empty spot they can, and the traffic is just super
The
horrible. It's like,
traffic comes with it for sure.
yeah, whoa! I saw the thing on my phone. It said 10 minutes. I mean 10 miles, and I looked at the time. 30 minutes. This is going to take me 30 minutes to go 10 miles.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, that's brutal.
Traffic's my pet peeve. I don't like it.
Also, don't mind me. I just dropped my notes on the floor and
Oh my
panicked.
goodness. Oh my God. So anyway, you can follow the podcast at Podcast Astros if you're on TikTok. No, it's Twitter. And then at Rob Fontenot or at Stadium Steffi. That's where we love being on. And so there you go. So anyway, the Astros lost 2 games to 1. Back to that again. And did I ask you how you were?
You didn't, but I think I kind of threw it in there. I'm good. I'm chilling.
Yeah, I
It's a
didn't know
good
if I
week.
did, but I could have swore you told me anyway.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I'm the same way. I don't get too high, too low on wins, losses. I mean, we're still in April, barely
Yeah.
mid-April, so very early in the season. But
Yeah.
you'd have to beg to ask the question: will the Astros ever win 2 in a row in the 2025 season? Because they haven't yet. Have literally gone win, loss, except for 2 consecutive losses against who was it? The Giants. Wild stuff,
Probably.
man.
Probably.
Probably.
So I was getting ready to tell you that I had 3 stats of the day,
Oh,
and now, folks, I have 2 because you took it. But it's okay. You get a stat of the day too. You know what I was thinking? I was like, I'm just gonna go and we're gonna log in, and I'm like, tell me what sucked and tell me what was good. Because I mean, Framber pitched game 1, and when Framber and Hunter's on, you're thinking we got a 90% chance of winning this. And
mm-hmm.
Framber, I don't want to blame Framber because those dudes were just hitting everything. I mean, you got to blame him because he was pitching, but they hit
Yeah.
whoever they threw in there. Tons of hits, tons of runs for the Angels. The only bright spot was JP3. He had a 3-run homer in garbage time. It's kind of like me
In
coming off the bench when my team's down 30 and scoring 20 points in the fourth quarter. Like, it was awesome, but it was meaningless, but it wasn't meaningless to him. I didn't even know what happened. I looked at the score the next
I
day and I was like, I didn't know that happened.
you were like, "Oh, surprise to me."
Cool. How'd we get 3? And I looked it up and I was like, all right, JP3.
Oh man, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. So Framber Valdez, 4 innings and 10 hits, 7 runs allowed. only one walk and 3 strikeouts. When I talked about what's up next, right? I believe Hunter had a 2.0 and Framber had a 2.5. His ERA blew up from 2.50 to 4.91. That has got to be the highest Framber's ERA has been since coming in the league and being in the bullpen.
Yeah, man, it is rough. It is definitely rough for Fromber right now. I mean, you wonder, did he just have a bad game? You know, what happened? I mean, I couldn't tell you. I unfortunately have not been able to watch the past couple games, but I did kind of here and there, obviously, watch sporadically, just not fully invested like I do when I'm actually at a game and
Yeah.
really in it. But, you know, shoot, if you know in the chat, please feel free to tell us what you feel like happened with Fromber on Monday, because we would love to know.
All right.
Just felt like
The
a
chat is
slight
open.
implosion, you know, and it was rough to see. But they broke it wide open, and just the Cardinals right now are, or at least in this series, we're such a hot hitting team. I also wrote some stats
Yeah.
because I like to be prepared sometimes, not always, but sometimes it's just a surprise. And what is Steph going to say?
Nice.
But the Cardinals, 28 for 99 in this series
Wow.
for a .282 batting average. So, I mean, that's about as hot as you can get without hitting
Yeah.
300. They did really great. They also had 8 walks, so they were really, I mean, they were hot.
Yeah.
Astros, on the other hand, 18 for 95, 6 walks, for a team average of 189.
Yeah.
The offense just was not in it.
No.
Was really, it just felt like the offense was very flat this entire series, which makes it tough. It makes it tough to watch those kinds of games, but you
Yeah.
also know that this is a very good team, and you know that they're gonna kind of hit that stride. They're gonna get hot. You know, you're gonna see Jordan Alvarez come out of whatever slump he has been in since the beginning of the season. He always does. He always gets
Yeah.
hot, and it's just a matter of them putting together quality at bats, taking some pitches, getting the walks where they can, and taking the opportunities. And it just didn't feel like they did that at all this entire series. Again, just very flat on the offense, and a little tougher to watch when they're like that. If they're at least making it an interesting game and we've
Yeah.
got guys on base, we've got guys scoring, you know, opportunity, at least it makes it fun to watch. But when the offense is flat the way it was this week, it just felt a little tougher.
Yeah. In game 2, when I was watching the opening, when it said, here's the lineup for the Astros and here's the lineup for the Cardinals, I was like 290, 300, 270.
Yeah,
And then I
they
saw
are
the Astros, it was like
so hot right now.
180, 82, 120. They have like 3 guys with a batting average over 260. And that's some pathetic offense. But like yourself, I'm not worried about it. Do I like
Yeah,
losing? No. Is it
exactly.
the end of the world? No. But like you said, I don't think you said this. This was one of my stats of the day. Somebody posted it yesterday, and I was trying to find it today for the updated numbers, but it was like 7 years in a row
Mm,
that we started out
yes.
7 and 9, 8 and 11,
Yep.
and everybody uses that to comfort you. Like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
They always start slow,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I mean, they're too talented to worry about. They're okay.
Exactly. They're gonna be fine.
Would I rather be 20 and 0? Of course, but
Absolutely.
yeah, it is what it
Who
is.
wouldn't?
Yeah.
We got
Souza,
we got a
he came
tweet
back
tweet.
up. We do?
We got tweet tweet. Tweet tweets in the chat today.
Where's
What's
he
up,
at?
tweet tweet?
Oh, he's at work.
We love it.
We love it,
Thank you
Robbie.
for watching from work, Robert. We appreciate you.
And since you're in the chat room, if we get a trifecta, you're gonna get a sticker. And I don't have to get a stamp because I know where you work.
Just hand it to him in person. I love it.
But anyway, Souza, I guess he got called up recently. He was injured at the beginning of the year, or he just didn't cut it. But he threw 2 scoreless innings with 3 strikeouts. Contreras did okay, 3 hits and a run. He gave us 2 innings, and he got sent back down to the minor leagues, I believe. And the Astros 3 runs on 7 hits. St. Louis had 8 runs on 14 hits. That's a lot of hits. 2 for 6 runners in scoring position. We only left 4 on base. The offense is pathetic. Walker got a hit, Diaz got a hit, Pena got a hit, and Dubon got 2 hits. So where are we going with that?
What do you even say about that kind of game? I think obviously Jeremy made it a little bit more exciting at the end, making sure it wasn't a shutout, getting a big hit like that. But it'd be nice to see a little more consistency from I think everybody in the offensive category, and they're going to get there. So you have a game like this, you move on.
Yeah. So I mean, the offense was horrible, and sometimes you win games when the pitcher is lights out, and that's what happened in Game 2. Hunter Brown, 6 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. He's now 2-1. His ERA going into the game was 2.00. It's now 150.
150.
1.50.
Insane.
Wow.
Insane. Have you also seen his whip? His whip
No, what
right
is it?
now. His whip right now is at 0.83. League average is 1.3.
Wow.
So
That's
I
good.
mean, he's doing really great at just keeping people off base as much as humanly possible. Hunter Brown just came out looking like an absolute ace, kept us in the game, 2 runs, won us that one, and had he not been lights out, we could have very easily been swept. But
Yeah.
Hunter really coming in. I mean, they talk about it all the time of him being an ace in waiting. I know we talk about it on here too. I think the kid's already an ace. I really do. I do think he's really come into his own over these past couple of seasons. You see the energy, you see the confidence that he has, that he brings to every single game, and it is so awesome to see. I hope he continues pitching with that type of confidence so he can keep us in games like he did yesterday.
So he went 6 innings, and the Astros didn't give him a run until the 6th inning.
Not one until
And
the
Jake
6th.
Myers drove in JP3, and then
Love it.
Jordan took a little pressure off the bullpen at the end and got a home run, his 2nd home run of the year. And we played like almost
Love
20
it.
games. That's bad.
Yeah.
But anyway,
kinda
I didn't
crazy.
even write down the bullpen stats, but good job bullpen keeping that game tight.
Oh, I
You know,
got plenty of bullpen stats for later. Don't you worry.
who was the bullpen guys? Okay, I have a question because I said this on my TikTok page, if it's called a page. I said,
TikTok.
has King, Brian King, right? Brian King,
Mm-hmm.
has he established himself as that 7th inning guy? He hasn't allowed a run yet.
Yeah, still at that 0 ERA. He's been in 9 games. He's pitched
Wow.
8.1 innings, 13 strikeouts. His whip is even lower than Hunter's at 0.6. Insane numbers, just insane. The stats are crazy. He's just really crushing it this year, and only 2 walks so far.
That's awesome.
2 walks.
Taylor,
Insane.
how are y'all? We're doing great. We're alive. We're happy. We're talking about the Stros.
Talking
Nothing
about the
beats that.
Stros.
What
What could
else
be
is better
better?
than nothing. Hunter
0
Brown pitching every
games.
game.
No, it's fair.
That
He
could be
gets
it.
so tired. Imagine the Tommy John surgery after 20 games in a row.
The Astros were 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position, and they left 7 on base. They are so lucky that the bullpen won the game. But like you said, they're winning every other game. I saw that Will Kunkel. He tweeted, "Will they ever win a game back to back?" And that's crazy that they haven't. I didn't even notice
Insane.
it. If I wouldn't have read that, I would have noticed it. Jordan 1 for 4 with an RBI. Jake Myers 3 for 4 with an RBI. Cam 1 for 3 with a walk. Cam. I was going to say Cam Newton. Cam Smith, because I only wrote Cam. Cam Smith got on base twice. That's good. So overall, I mean, the offense is very anemic. But if you had a series where, let's say, we lost 8-7, and then Game 3 we lost 5-4, and then you had this game, it would just be awesome. I mean, just because
Exactly.
you wouldn't think the Astros offense is anemic. You would just think, wow, Hunter Brown shut them down.
Yeah. Hunter
This,
Brown shut him down, and hey, the Cardinals just out hit us against some of these starters because you know what?
yeah,
Bullpen was just lights out all
yeah,
series. Just
yeah.
incredible.
I think we're going to hear about the bullpen later.
We
And
are.
then Ronel Blanco, I've mentioned this before. He was not last year when he was amazing, but the year before, he was one of those guys, right?
Yeah.
Go to court, go to Sugarland, come back up when we need you. When someone gets go back, when someone comes back, you go back and forth. And he wasn't really someone that everybody looked at and said, "Oh man, I'm so happy we have Ronel Blanco." But
Yeah.
last year, almost the savior of the first half of the season, and this year he's struggling mightily.
He definitely is struggling quite a bit. I do think he still kept us in a really good position to win that game. Obviously, it's tough when you give up a homer like that and it's for multiple runs and it's not just a solo homer because
That's true.
obviously that keeps it a lot closer. But when you're letting guys get on base, that's what happens. Because one mistake pitch and that can get you 2, 3 runs if someone hits it out of the park. So Ronell definitely struggling, not struggling as much as I feel like his stats are showing. I do feel like he's
Yeah.
just giving up those big hits in just inopportune moments where it's really blowing up the ERA. But again, right now we're so early in the season that a couple more outings of just really good, solid outings of, it'll drop real quick.
Yeah.
So would
Yeah.
love to see Ronell kind of get back to that version of him that we saw last year where he was kind of that savior at the beginning. But
Yep.
also, too, people know his stuff now, and that's part of it.
That's
The
true.
longer you're in the league, people understand what you have in your arsenal. You have to adjust to that. You have to figure out how you can be more strategic in getting those batters out because you can't make it predictable. And because that's when you let something go out of the park or on a mistake pitch. So I think it's a little bit of both, but I do think he can bounce back in a big way over the next few starts. And I feel like he absolutely will.
Yeah. Yeah, thinking about it, just that 3-run homer, he just got in a little bit of trouble. The game could have been 1-1 if he woulda got out
Exactly.
of that jam, but, I think a difference in last year and this year also is he didn't have expectations last year, and he has high
True.
expectations, and I don't know if that puts pressure on somebody. I was watching that, on Netflix, was it the Red Sox thing?
Oh, yeah, the Red
And
Sox documentary. I haven't watched it yet, but I actually do wanna watch it
yeah,
pretty bad.
I'm
One of
not
my
gonna
coworkers told me
spoil it
about it.
for you, but at the beginning, they're talking to the guys, and they're talking about it is a grind,
Yeah,
and you're mentally and physically drained, and, you could do bad, and then you feel like you're the reason that they're losing, and it's just very, very mentally draining and tiresome, and we don't really see that. We're like, they're just playing baseball. It's no big deal," but, these guys are tired.
yeah. Well, and on top of that, you have the entire world commenting on the way
Yeah,
that you're doing your job every single day. "Look at us, we're doing it."
yeah,
You have people and granted, we're primarily positive most of the time. I think
yeah,
even us saying, like, the Astros offense is anemic is very much us saying, "We know that that's not gonna stay this way. We know it's gonna
yeah,
change and they're gonna be better," and, so we're primarily positive on this podcast because we have no
yeah,
reason not to be.
no.
But,
We were
you do
positive
have the
last
pressures
year,
of That's true,
and
and
we
then we
won the
won the
division.
division. Granted, didn't
So
do much after
so
that, but we won the
yeah,
division.
but anyone watching, you can't watch this show and say, "These idiots are so positive and the Astros suck so bad," because we proved it to you last year that we were right, so
Yeah,
don't be negative. Come along for the ride on the positive train, right?
yeah,
That's a boat, but
exactly. And
whatever.
granted, we're gonna be real whenever there is those rough times. We're definitely
Mhm.
not 2 of those, but we also don't let it get us down.
No.
And, try and keep the good vibes rolling as
Yeah.
often as possible.
So Van Way, 3 hits and a run. Okert, an inning. One and a third with a strikeout. And Scott, a clean inning for Scott, finally. That's good. And then Souza, 1/3 of an inning. No runs. Altuve went 2 for 4 in this game. Pena got a hit. Yainer Diaz is really, really struggling. And he got a
Having
grand
some
slam, though.
rough
But
times.
the Astros had 4 hits today. I mean, I'll tell you, if the Astros score 6 runs every game, they win this series. It's the offense. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna blame Ronald Blanco. It's the offense, and
yeah,
anyone watching the game knows it.
valid.
Hey, y'all. Hey, Brian. I see it. I gotcha.
What's up, Brian? Welcome in, friend.
Big Bry.
Big
You're in
Bri.
the running for a sticker if you stick around and we get a trifecta.
You're in the running for a sticker.
Trifecta means we're all gonna match up on the
We're
players.
not going to. I just
And
know we're
Steffi
not.
has zero confidence.
I have zero confidence that we're gonna match up today.
We're gonna match up
Zero.
with Hunter Brown. That's one.
Oh, well, that's one for sure.
The offensive one is gonna be tough because you could just give it to anybody for hitting a home run, and they could go 0 for 9 in every other game. But anyway, yeah, Astros 4 hits, 0 for 5, running position. All right. I really won't be worried. Let's see. Let's get this.
See,
Okay.
Brian, I won't even worry about them until it's like August. If they're still struggling in
Yeah.
August, yeah, then we panic. But we've seen the Astros turn it around so many times. I mean, we've talked about it before. You look at 2005 when they deemed the Astros dead at the trade deadline, and then they came back and went to the World Series. Baseball is truly one of those games where anything can happen at any time. And I usually don't get worried until if it's like August, getting into that September month, like, yeah, okay, then maybe like we need to reevaluate some things. But there's still so much time, so much baseball to be played. I know some people are very much the sky is falling type of vibes, and everyone is entitled to feel the way they feel. But I usually don't start worrying unless we're really still struggling by August and behind by quite a bit. But we've seen other teams bounce back too. So
Yeah.
definitely think that that's going to be interesting to see what they do within the next month.
Me too. So anyway, it is time to take a break so we can give you our Ram Shirts Players of the Series. Brought to you by Ram Shirts. All you got to do is send an email to Astros Baseball Podcast at gmail.com and you can win a shirt. We only got 2 emails, so you guys don't like emailing. I get it. I get it. I guess next contest, I'm going to have to give you my phone number and you can text me. I don't know what we can do to get you guys to enter, but you guys
I
in the
mean,
chat
we
room.
have tons of people in here right now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people entered via
Really?
chat. So
Okay, look at this before we go. Let's answer this when we come back. We'll be right back, folks, with more Astros baseball. All right, we're back. So Brian here says we're out of the playoff picture by the trade deadline. What do you think we should do with Framber? Trade him?
100%.
1,000%.
I mean, isn't Fromber in his last year of his contract anyway?
Yeah.
So, I mean, what harm is that at that point to get some pieces back for a big arm like that? Granted,
Especially when he's pitching
are
really
you gonna
good.
get the yeah, if he turns it around, he's doing really well by that point, which hopefully that turns the team around in a general sense if Fromber's doing good by that point, but you got to get hits to do that. And lately
Yeah.
we just didn't do that this week, but
Yeah.
that's okay. But no, I would definitely say you trade Fromber, you look at the long-term picture of some of these other players. And I think you just really evaluate where your team's at and what pieces you need and what pieces it makes sense to trade. If there's one thing that I do feel like the front office at the Astros has done very, very well is they have been very strategic in the pieces that they get and in what they're giving up. And you see them really doing that every single year. They don't want to give away the entire farm for a big arm. They don't want to give away all of our top prospects, if they don't
Yeah.
think that long term it's going to be worth it. I mean, you look at the Kyle Tucker trade, and I know we talked about this last week, and Dana mentioned it too. Like, you're looking at how many years of control of Cam Smith, of Isak Paredes, of Wisniewski, for Kyle Tucker, who is possibly going to be gone in a year if he didn't resign. So you got to weigh the pros and cons and see who should be on that trade block and who you keep because you have that longevity, or because you think you can re-sign them and keep them on the team long term.
Yeah. Kyle Tucker is in the news talking to the Cubs about signing an 8-year extension.
I saw.
It's going to be, I don't see the money, but it's going to be way more than the Astros would ever pay. And I don't
Oh,
really mind that.
absolutely.
I
I
don't,
don't
I don't,
either.
because if we have this couple of dudes getting all this money, they're not going to have any good teammates. I like what we do and I'm fine with it. I don't want
Same.
to change. I don't want to buy all these guys. All right. What was I going to say? All right. It's time for the players of the series. And let's just get that out of the way. I'm going to guess that we both have Hunter Brown.
For pitcher?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you do.
Of course I do.
Get out of here.
How do you not have Hunter Brown? Hunter Brown had such an incredible game. 6 innings pitched. We already talked about his .5 ERA, 4 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Just lights out performance from Hunter for a second outing in a row. I mean, he has just been doing so well. And, you feel confident when he comes to the mound, and that's a good feeling. when you have
Yeah.
that pitcher that makes you feel that way, that you feel like you're going to win this game, and you really feel like he's going to keep you in it. So had to be Hunter Brown.
Yeah. I want to go back and look at his games. Like, how did he lose a game? Did we lose
Yeah,
2-0? Goodness,
probably.
125. All right, so you want to do let's do position player. You know, we always finish up with the rows.
Who do you
I don't
have?
know. I'll tell you this, folks. I'm going to give it away the first game. 1 for 4 with a 3-run homer. I wasn't going to give it to him, but I didn't realize the rest of this. 1 for 3 with a walk, so he got on base twice, and he went 1 for 4. 3 for 11, a 3-run homer, and he walked once. He got a hit in every game. He only got one, but he got a hit in every game in a series that we got destroyed. I'm talking about Mr. HEB, Mr. Taqueria Arandas. I was
Oh, I
going to
love
say
it.
Justin, JP3, Jeremy
JP.
Pena. That's my position player of the series. And you guys are going to win a sticker unless she does not say JP3. And I got a itchy feeling that she's not going to say it, and you guys aren't getting anything.
I, for offensive / position player, just put question mark. But no, I did put Benya by the end of it. I did end up going with Benya as well. So we are 2 for 2 so far. Because again, I think JP had the most consistency out of everybody. I almost went with Jake because Jake had a really big game
Yeah.
yesterday with those 3 hits. But again, the consistency for JP3 over Jake definitely took him over the top for me for that
Yeah.
position player spot.
Yeah. Because I was thinking, hey, I was nobody really did much, but I was looking at the games we won.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, if that guy wouldn't have had that RBI and Jordan wouldn't have had that home run, we would have got swept. So
Yeah,
that
I
was
had the
pretty
same
big.
thought process a little bit.
Yeah,
But yeah, man, it was definitely tough, this one though.
it was.
Because I was
And
like, who do you even give it to when the offense has just
yeah,
been struggling as mightily as they did this week?
I honestly was trying to decide between Jake and Jordan just because they did something in the
Yeah,
win.
in the
But
winning game.
when
Yeah.
I noticed JP3 had a hit in every game, it was decided. His fate was decided.
I love
You
it.
like Star Wars?
I like it, yeah.
You
I'm
know
not like a
the
huge super into it Star Wars person, but I do like it, yeah.
yeah. I can't remember the date, but they're gonna bring some 20-year reunion, one of the newer shows. Has that been 20 years?
Oh,
No,
has to have been.
it's probably one it's like I think it's number 3,
Maybe.
like Revenge of the Sith, when you find out that he's Darth Vader. I think but it's cool. They're gonna bring it out in the theaters for like a 20-year anniversary, and
Ooh,
I'm here for it.
so exciting. I love
I'm
that.
here for it. I tried to go to the movies the other day when I worked night shift, and I fell asleep. Anyway, I
Just
wanna
the
hear your
random Star Wars info right in the middle of our
I don't
players
know
in the
why. I
series.
don't know where
I
I
love
got it
it.
from.
I'm here for that energy always. You know I love a random moment.
There was probably a reason that I was telling you that, but I
Probably.
can't remember. But anyway, I want you to say your rose first because I wanna be the one that
Okay, you want to be the one to win it or ruin it?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. For my coach Rose, because there's no rules, because the game is all made up, I went with the entire bullpen. The
Mm,
entire bullpen this series was just absolutely outstanding. 2 earned runs in 10 innings. Or yeah, 2 runs in 10 innings, only one of those earned, only gave up 9 hits, only walked 2. Bullpen kept us in every single one of these games, gave us the opportunity to win. The offense unfortunately did not come up with it, but I gave it to the entire bullpen because again, there's no rules, and you can't tell me that and not expect me to utilize it. But
there's
yeah,
I
so I
gave
went
the
with the entire
rotation
bullpen.
I gave the 3 starters pitcher of the series one time
That is fair. That is fair.
because they all did good. I'm like, I'm giving it to all of them. And
We're
then
just here to make things up, folks.
and then I gave Wesneski the rose. So Wesneski got
That's valid.
he took
That is
2
valid.
trophies home that day that he'll never know he won. He'll never get,
Hey,
and he'll
he's
never
a
know he
local.
won.
We don't know. He might watch this.
Wesneski, come on the podcast if you're watching.
Please. We
We
would
love
love
you.
it.
I sent him a message. He
Me too.
ignored me like everybody else does, but
Oh, sad day.
we sort of picked the same guy. I gave it to Sosa. 2 1/3 scoreless innings and 3 strikeouts. Bennett Sosa.
I'm here for that. I'm here for it. I feel like we should count that because Sosa is in the bullpen.
Yeah.
I say we count it
Yeah.
and
How
give
many's
away
in
some
here right now?
stickers.
That's a lot of stamps. How many people are in here? 7?
Robert, Taylor, and Brian. I mean, I say if it's only in the chat, you have to chat to get one. I feel like you got to be interactive, you know?
So there's 3 of them?
I say three.
Whoever's watching right now that can type something, should we give you the trifecta and win a sticker? You can answer that.
Yes or yes.
If anyone's alive, someone has to answer or you're not gonna get it. If they don't, they got all till the end of the show to answer, but I don't
Exactly.
think they're gonna
If
do it
we
right
if
away.
we if we get one yes in the chat, you
One
win it.
yes, and you're all gonna get stickers, all 3 of you. But anyway, I'm gonna go to the next one. Let's go to the next thing, the next big thing. So we sorta matched, there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm here for it.
What am I doing here? Alright, I hit it. The people listening in their car driving, they're like, "What is he doing?"
So confused.
Let's take a look at the standings while we wait for someone to try to get in here and win a shirt, and don't message anybody, don't cheat. I mean, I don't mind giving stickers, but, the standings, Texas is 10-7, so they took over first place from the Angels, but they're only half a game behind, but they've lost 2 games in a row. I guess Texas won today. Seattle's 2 games behind, they're 8-9, and they've lost 1. The Astros are 2.5 behind. They lost 1, they're 8-10, and the A's are only 3 games behind. That was loud. They're
That
only
was so loud. Sorry. My cat just jumped off my mini fridge that then
Oh.
hit my PC. So, good times, good times.
So the A's are only 3 back. So no matter how bad you think it is, the team that don't even have a city is only 3 games back. And now it's time for stat of the day because I have one here. So we do have the Astros alternated wins and losses since April 2nd. And then that goes with this one you said, they haven't won back-to-back games. That makes sense if they're alternating since the, second series. I don't know.
Valid.
But
Very
here's
valid.
this. I don't know if you checked the standings, but this is pretty cool. This was my very first stat of the day when I was doing my notes. In the last 10 games, every team in the AL West is 5-5 in the last 10 games. We got a big old league of 500 teams here. Someone's got to start winning and take this. That's a good thing for the Astros. They don't have to
Yeah.
be playing good because nobody is.
Exactly. Now, if they could be playing good and could run away a little bit and get some distance, that'd be even better, though. So,
Yeah.
but we are about to face the team that has the most wins in baseball right now, the San Diego Padres this weekend.
And didn't
How
they
we
just
feeling
lose
there?
a couple of games?
Yeah, they lost a couple, and they're still at 15 wins right now.
Oh, they must have won since I did it. I have 14-4.
Yeah, I have 15-4, so they must have just won their game
Jeez.
today.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something, and you guys that have been fans for a long time, you're going to have to agree with this. I'm going to make you agree with it. Just like I'm going to make you buy that red shirt, the brick red. The Astros play down to their competition and they play up to their competition. When they play good teams, they play better. They don't play crappy. They don't play good teams and get swept. They play very well. And I don't know what it is, if they're just extra motivated, but they play like St. Louis isn't a good team. They do have some good offense.
They're
All
not
the
a
teams,
bad team, but they're not a
yeah,
great team either. They're about as, like, not to say mid, but kind of mid as the rest of us at this point,
yeah. We haven't played one series where we're like, "Oh my god, now we got this team," and then after that we got, "Oh my goodness." We're just like, "We got these teams."
Yeah.
We haven't played anybody like this yet. We
Yeah.
haven't played them, we haven't played the Dodgers, we haven't played the Yankees or the Red Sox, any team that you're be like, "This is gonna be tough."
Yeah.
And this is the first time it's gonna be tough.
It'll be the first test for this team to see if they can play up to that level, get back to where they're used to being. I would love to see more of Isak hitting into the Crawford boxes if he could make that happen a couple times. But I am mostly excited because I'm going to have friends and family at the games this weekend.
Wow.
So I am hyped. Yeah, I have a friend coming with me on Sunday for Sunday night baseball. My parents are coming on Saturday. I'm probably going to see a bunch of friends on Friday. But going to that game solo, which will be kind of nice because going to back games with friends and family can sometimes, because I'm so used to going by myself, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
So Friday will be a nice break and then just going to be with company the rest of the weekend, which will be fun.
yeah. It's like traveling alone.
Exactly. You get used to
You
it. And
stop
then
when you need to stop, right?
exactly. And then when you have someone in the car, you're like, "Oh, you have to stop again?" Like,
Yeah.
"Okay, I guess."
Do you ever like, you're riding alone, at least for me, I jam out.
Oh, I have a mini concert for me, by me in the
Yeah.
car, especially when I drive home to Corpus, let me tell you. It is a full-on 3-hour Taylor Swift-esque, just back to back me singing like a crazy person in my
Yeah.
car. It is I have a whole playlist called Carpool Karaoke for the
Wow.
occasion.
Yeah. And I'm here for it. Stole your word. I don't even remember why I brought that up.
Oh, because we were talking about being alone in the car and equating that to going to games alone and being used to that.
Yeah, no.
Bringing it
Yeah, I'm
back full
lost. I'm
circle.
lost. I don't know why I said it. But anyway, the pitching matchups, folks, are as follows. Why did I say I played the music? Oh, that's what I was going to say. It's rambling time, folks. Hope you're still with us. But when someone's riding with me, even if they say we don't have the talk, you can crank it up. I'm listening and I'll turn it down. Hey, and I'll be like, I can't do it. I can't jam out with someone else in there.
It's valid.
I
It's
feel
about
not that I want to talk, but I just feel rude or something. I don't know. I can't have it like it. I
it
can't have
depends
my
on the
concert.
level of friendship I
Yeah,
am with this person. Because if they're also like a let's have a concert in the car person, we're just having a duo concert.
yeah.
Throw some
You know,
harmonies in there. Ooh.
back in the day, me and my mom went and took my grandpa to the airport back when we lived in Del Rio. We took him to the airport here, and on the way home, and it was cassette days, so you have to hit like rewind and wait for it.
Phenomenal.
We listened to Ice Ice Baby the entire 2 hours it took us to get home. You wanna hear it again? I'm like, "I'm not tired of it. Play it again." All yeah, really.
And how many times have you listened to Ice Ice Baby since?
I don't know, not as many. I listened to the '80s on 8 on Sirius XM, so it pops
Oh, that's
up here and
amazing.
there.
I love it. Here for that energy.
Alright, anyway, no one's commenting, so no one's getting a sticker so far. You got time. 7-10 on Friday. Hart is 2-0, but he has a 5.40 ERA and 8 strikeouts, which means his team probably gives him some run support. And then
Hmm.
Gusto, another start. He didn't do very well last time, but I think he's going to do well. He's got a
Yeah,
3.0 ERA, 15 strikeouts. And then the game Saturday's at 6:10, and it says it's on FS1 and Space City, so you can watch it on both, whatever you want to hear. Why wouldn't you want to hear Blummer and TK? I don't know, but
valid. They're phenomenal.
it's King 3-0, 242 versus King of the Breaking Ball, Wes Nasty. He's 1-1 with a 4.0 ERA, and he's got 21 strikeouts. And then Sunday is Sunday night baseball. It's Easter. I got to go to a wedding,
So,
so we don't know when we're going to do the show again. But
this is how it ends,
if
folks.
if I get
Sorry, this was our
home,
last show.
if I get
Just
home
kidding.
soon enough, I'll be able to run through it. But Sunday night baseball, Dylan Cease versus Framber Valdez. It doesn't get much better than that. It might get better than that, but it doesn't get much better.
Valid.
That's big names.
Huge names.
Big names. All right. I've already used all my stuff. I've used
Yeah,
all my
I don't think I even have final thoughts because what
I
else do we
don't
say?
because I've used all my equipment. Equipment. I've used all my material.
Well, my final thoughts are let's get some wins. The end.
I'll tell you
End
this,
end sentence.
the bad thing about doing the show by yourself is you can't stop and take a break.
Mm,
You can't take a drink while the other one's talking.
that is true.
All right, so my final thought, I'm going to give you a final thought because I like rambling. Don't give up. We already said
You?
it already.
No.
No, I do. Whenever I'm not at work and I show up the next day, they're like, You weren't here yesterday, were you? I go, no. They're like, it was so quiet. But anyway, like Steffi and myself, don't give up. I know, a lot of, like I said, people comfort themselves saying, oh, we start out slow every year. But I mean, it's fine. We're too talented. We're playing bad teams. I mean, I believe honestly, if the Astros play well against the Padres, everybody's attitude is going to change. But either way, I'm fine. I mean,
It's gonna be fine.
I
It's all
keep saying,
fine.
I keep saying I mean a lot, and I hate when I do that. But we've got so many good players playing badly, and they can't play badly forever because they don't have history of playing badly forever. So stay positive and stay with us every episode after every series. Rob and Stadium Steffi, we're here for you.
That's me.
That's her. All right. I guess that's it for Stadium Steffi. I am Rob Fontenot. I don't have a cool name like her, but we will see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time on Astros Baseball.
Bye.